Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan and I have some new play tickets for my new account. So I need to burn them in the 4-man drafts. I must actually say I love these 4-man drafts. I had some success in my last 4-man draft, drafting all the flyers I could see. And that tactic was, even though I couldn't draft anything else but flyers, I won the draft. So now I might use that tactic again, that you can actually cut off all the flyers from the other players. If you do that, it was very successful, and if I could actually draft other guys as well, I might do that again. So let's see if the opportunity presents itself. The reason I like this better than the 8-man drafts now is that you get to see a lot more of the packs, so you can actually practice reading signals quite a bit, and that is one of my weak points in draft. Just one other thing, this is MTGO Strat. It's the site I run together with Wheelhouse and Dark, and we just have Pauper to the People post their episode in advance on our site, so it's a new thing on the site. So check out mtgostrat.com for the new episode of Pauper to the People. It is the longest running show about Pauper, and it's one of two. The other is Pauper's Cage. And here we go, it's time to draft. So, Flames of the Firebrand. Don't see any flyers. And I think Flames of the Firebrand is just super powerful. So what else is in the pack? Pacifism, Archeomancer, Safe Passage, Fury, Quirion. People think Quirion is good, so some will probably go into green because of him, which is a shame. I should like shut down stuff that take process power. I'm rendering movies while I do this. I don't normally do it, but I do it just because it's a new play draft. This is one of the 3 best uncommons in the set. We want it. We have got a Searing Spear to go with it. For the second pack, here we have a Lion, another Safe Passage, a Prey Upon. We're just feeding people green stuff. Archeomancer Goblin is really good, but we have to take the Spear. We have Mark of the Vampire, which is really dangerous for red deck. Mark of Mutiny is so incredibly bad that I hate it intensely. Bat. That's a flyer. Did I forget about the flyer thing? And Kite Sail. That's a flyer too. Being red-black is actually pretty good. Titanic Growth, Plummet. And I might have to give up on the flyer thing. So this is pack 4. Here we have an eagle, a spider, a corpse, blue ring. I think I'm taking the spider here. And I haven't yet settled on the colors, but this pack will now be full of signs which color to pick. We know Pacifist, Archeomancer, Safe Passage, Chandra's Fury, Quirion Ranger, and the Archdruid was in this pack. So Pacifist is still in the pack. The Archeomancer is still in the pack. Safe Passage is still in the pack. Chandra's Fury is still in the pack. Quirion Ranger is gone and the Archdruid is gone. So being green is bad. But nobody wants a pacifism. I'm tempted to take Archaeomancer just to get my burn back, but the pacifism looks really strong here. As does Chandra's Fury. And I'm picking the pacifism. So we only have signals for green yet. They passed the prey upon. They passed the lion. They passed the safe passage. They passed the... It didn't pass the Archaeomancer, so blue is taken. The goblin is still here. Mark of the Vampire is gone. Master of the Pearl Trident is still here. We know two players are taking green cards, so we shouldn't take the prey upon. I think we have to take the goblin here. He's very strong, and we are already so deep into red. This is the third pack. It didn't have much. We had the bat we took. There's Kite Sail, Titanic Growth, and Plummet, and they're all still in the pack. And I might actually have to take the wilds here to support a black splash or a white splash. Eagle is gone, so someone is white. Walking Corpse is gone. The blue ring is still here, and Elvish Visionary is gone. So even one Archaeomancer left us, but blue seems to be pretty open. I'm choosing between Sign in Blood and the ring, and I think it's Sign in Blood. We're back in the first pack. We took the pacifist. The Archaeomancer is now gone. Safe Passage is gone. Chandra's Fury is still here. And it's now ours. They are passing prey upon. Safe Passage is the other card I could take here. But I can't be 4 colors, can I? Though I could pick up some ridiculous green. It's such a better card than Safe Passage. So I'm picking it. I'm every color but blue. I don't think I'll be running into many mountains, so it's the smelt for the sideboard. I feel okay playing 3 colors in the 4-man drafts, but I'm not excited about it. This pack doesn't contain a card, but we'll take Rain of Blades. And we'll hate out the Duskdale Worm here. We could open a Garruk or something, and then we have to move it to green. Actually, green is starting to look pretty good here. Gem of Becoming. Maybe we pick up Nicol Bolas. It is a weird collection of cards we have. So I think we're red, but we could even splash red. Volcanic Strength in the sideboard. And then we get Sands of Delirium. We have Talron's Invocation, but you know how I feel about Sands of Delirium. It's just broken. So I'm first picking that easily. Especially when combined with quick removal. Wow. Okay, I should probably not go blue at this point. And I don't know what my splash is. And taking the Geyser is just a simple solution. Even though it could probably wheel. It is a very, very powerful card. Okay. We need to start picking up creatures. We know there are 2 green drafters out there, so green is probably not the way to go. There was some black. We might be a red-black deck with Sands of Delirium. And we could do that because Sands of Delirium is just so broken that it wins the game in 4 to 5 turns. So as long as we live those 4 to 5 turns, we win. I would love to open some broken green stuff. But unless we do that, we will probably not be playing green. Would rather splash white than green. And they're passing me Talon's Invocation. What if that Talon's wheels? I don't think I can neglect the Talons here. This is just too powerful. So let's pick the 5th color. And if the first Talon's wheel, I am gonna play blue. Splashing probably white. But I think it's time to get out of green at least. So hoping Talon's wheel. And I'm gonna miss those Archaeomancers a lot. Rancor. Armstealer, Searing Spear. And they are an Archaeomancer, but this is actually quite the easy pick. The only question is if I want the Armstealer, because he's just super powerful, but he will hopefully wheel. Flankis is pretty good too, but I'm taking the Searing Spear here. They didn't let me have the Invocation, so it's probably the Duty Bound Dead here. We would love that Mark of the Vampire, of course, but I think Duty Bound Dead is just a better card actually, which might surprise a few people, but it is. And I definitely need more creatures. So I'm starting to look black, red, splashing white. Or was the Talons in the second pack? No, we didn't get the second Talons, but we are getting Crippling Blight, which we don't really need, and another Bloodhunter Bat. And we need creatures. So we'll go the black, red, kill everything path. Could that Blood Reckoning actually work in a black-red deck? Maybe this is the place to try it. And they did pass me the Armstealer and the Flankis. I want the Flankis too, but I'm gonna take the Armstealer. And then suddenly Arsonist becomes incredibly powerful. And I hope the Flankis wheel. They will just be awesome in this deck. I have been known to play Wall of Fire, but I think I'm gonna hate out the Timberpack Wolf here. No, I'm gonna play the Wall of Fire. It's probably in my sideboard. It just puts a stop to green aggression. So a Smelt again. And white really dried up. They just hate prey upons. So I have 4 goblins with my Armstealer, that's pretty good. Now all I need is a Krenko. There's plenty of stuff that I need. But I'm starting to like this deck a lot. I'm letting them have those cards, so they hopefully play them. I don't know about the pacifism at this point. I might sideboard it in against Morkel Vampire. Huge guys that I can't kill with my removal. And there I got the green bomb. I got the green bomb. But it's not enough to go green right now. But it's enough for the green decks to just kill me. So I hope they have really wrecked each other now. Because I'm going to pick the Essence Drain here. And that isn't very fun. Or might even pick the Shade. No, I'm not too expensive yet. I'm picking the Essence Drain. Public Execution is a fantastic card. But I have 8 creatures, so I hope that some goblins, hopefully, end up in my hands. Is there a thing such as too much removal? I'm not sure. Eight creatures. God damn, they are good green guys there. I'm picking myself a Blade Tusk Boar. Pretty good finisher here. And I get another Searing Spear. And I can't pick Fire Elemental or Canyon Minotaur. I hope one of them will probably wheel. The Pacifism is now in the sideboard. Because my deck has plenty of removal. But it does need aggression. And I don't think I will be playing the Blood Reckoning if I can help it. But I do need more playables. Flinthoof Boar is such a powerful card. But I'm picking up the Shade here. I'm at 10 creatures. I have 21 playables, of which one is the Blood Reckoning. Could easily see Chandra's Fury start in my sideboard as well. There are 10 more cards to draft, so I should get some playables. Anything else I want to cut? Flankies are not very good in a 10 creature deck. But there's another Blade Tusk Boar, and all the Blade Tusk Boars will be very good. And now the 4 slot looks horrible, so Blood Reckoning is out. And I hope there's something I can pick up, like anything now in red or black. I will consider playing a Bloodthorn Vampire even, though I hate it. Like more Arsonists. I've seen the packs pass me several times now. No, we are in the 7th pick, but I can't remember what is in the pack now. What I'm hating here. I don't want another 4-drop thing. I'm hating the pack leader. Look at him, see if we could splash him. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to splash him. But we only have 3 creatures that trigger him. So that's probably stupid. Yeah, do I hate to sleep here? No, I will be killing all their stuff. They won't be able to sleep me, and I'm picking up the fire elemental. And there are... I need 1 more playable card. 7 picks left, but I'm not sure what to pick. It probably end up being that Minotaur, and that doesn't feel very good. I don't really want to start Wall of Fire in the deck either. But I guess I will. Furnace Whelp, he sucks so bad. Volcanic Strength. Emergency Furnace Whelp. I think Furnace Whelp actually will start in the sideboard, and I'll exchange him for the Wall of Fire against the fly deck. You know that thing about flyers, it just disappeared. I must have stronger focus if I'm gonna team draft, but I followed the signs and I ended up with a fairly powerful deck. I want a cheap creature, but I am not gonna play Dragon Hatchling because he's just horrible. So I'd rather play a basic land than Dragon Hatchling. So I'd rather go 18 lands than play that Dragon Hatchling. But would I rather go 18 land than play the Blood Reckoning? Not sure yet. But we are not getting many black cards here. We might have to play the Jester, and I'd rather play him than the Drake, or will I? Well, I am heavy red, but he is just even worse. I should probably just have hated the Centaur. Now how can that Centaur still be in the pack? I could play Wild Guess. Yeah, I think I'd rather play a Wild Guess than the Battle Jester. Yes. It's not like I need evasion, I already have 2 Blade Tusk Boars. Flint Hoof Boar. Well, I have now double Volcanic Strength in my sideboard. Sideboard cards of note: double Smelt, Rain of Blades, 2 Volcanic Strength, and 1 Wall of Fire, but it's still in the deck. And 1 Furnace Whelp. And I'd rather play Wall of Fire than Furnace Whelp or the Jester, because it's a 3-drop and I want my curve to be better. The only hard removal I have that can really get rid of anything is Public Execution, but I think my removal suite is pretty powerful here. And people who have seen me draft know that I like Public Execution almost better than I like Murder, so I rate it very highly. Well, if I run into a red deck, I am all set. And Sands of Delirium. 1610. And I have the Evolving Wilds as the 7th swamp. I need 2 swamps of Signing Blood. So there will be some of the time where I don't have 2 swamps when I need them. Well, I feel pretty good about this. Let's see what we can do. Right, it's getting time for the first game. 12 creatures. How many removal do I have? Counting the Goblin Arsonist, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 removal. And Sands of Delirium looks entirely out of place in the deck, but it's a bomb. And it's one of the better bombs. So I'll win with that too. Even though it's totally contradictory to what the rest of the deck tries to do, it's so powerful that you will still play it. Oh, I just saw something worrying. This guy's not here, Shikomio. And that's why it's taking so long. So that means I could be paired with him. And then I don't get to play the first match. And that would just suck. The price is so bad in this tournament that I want to play. So I don't want to get a free win. If getting the free win means I get a booster for it, I will take it. But I don't want a free win for less than half a booster, which this is. So let's hope I'm not paired up with him, and it's getting time to play here. The counter is at 0. And I'm not paired up against him, so let's play it again. Kissanet. And now I'll probably eat my Hybris and get killed, and then meet the other guy in the next game, and this will be the worst video ever. Okay. Here is red mana, here is black mana, here is a giant mana problem. 2 landed with 1 removal. I can't send hands like this back, and it might be a great weakness of me. I am on the draw, I'm keeping it. And I might be wrong, and we're up against something black. So we need to fear Mark of the Vampire. And there is the land. So what do I now double? I have the double red card, I don't have the double black card, so I'm gonna go get myself a mountain. And it might be wrong. Ravenous Rats hits me pretty hard. I could throw away the Fire Elemental actually and get myself a swamp instead, and be sure to be able to play all the double black cards. So that's what I'm going to do. And I know Ravenous Rats look so good, but now they do nothing. After once coming into play. Unless he has the Primadox. But he's the Exalted deck, so they might be attacking for a lot soon. I might keep mana open for a Searing Spear for Mark of the Vampire next turn. Think I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna get stuck here if I don't find 1 more mana. I'm gonna risk it because Mark of the Vampire is such a horrible card for me, as all my removal is damaged. But of course the Ravenous Rats only get 3 toughness by it, so they can't do anything with it. So I'm playing Sands instead. And he just shut down. He will eventually get out of this rut and start attacking, so I need to deploy my creatures. So I can't... Oh, there's the green mana. So I can't start Sansing yet. I am glad I have Chandra's Fury in the deck. So, what creature do I play first? I think... Oh, now it's the Shade. Because that finds me the mana I need. Ensuring that I don't miss the next land drop. Could make an argument for playing that next turn, but I want a swamp. It was probably better next turn. So now I'm taking 2 more damage, but I have the Bloodhunter Bats. I'm not too scared. I also have the Essence Drain. Another Visionary. It's just like a stream. This deck screams Primadox. And I can't kill a Primadox. So that's pretty scary. But with all these 1/1s, Bloodhunter Bat will stabilize by himself, which is pretty impressive. I am gonna attack here. And kill the Visionary if I need to. Bloodhound Bat. Stabilize, and I can start Sansing for 1. That's unfortunate. And I'll make a note of him having a Plummet. Main deck. So next guy to face off against the Weenies is the Bladetask Boar. And I think the Shade is actually gonna have to stay at home. Public Execution would be awesome. I think he gets a plane here. Yes. Possibly for something really nasty like a Serra Angel. I got the Rancor. Okay, now we have Public Execution, but do I really need it? Not really. I'll be beating down. Beat down, play Rummaging Goblin, have mana for Searing Spear and Shade Pump. Looks like a plan. Verdict. Yes, God has decided that you have to die, Bladetask Boar. And given all the sins you have done, I find it pretty fitting. I'm not sure what I want to discard here. I want the land, I want my removal. It's hard. And I'm just 3 turns away from a win through... Okay, lots of lands. Now I definitely need to go for the mill. Wow. He's just milling himself like crazy. I never played Boundless Realms. I never had it played against me before. But it's fun to see. And what will you do with all this mana? Because now you only have 2 more turns. Or even 1 more turn. I mill 3, 6... You get a turn, I mill 6, you're dead. So that's pretty good. And I can still kill... No, I just take this. And mill him for 3. And now my mill, he just goes a card now, I mill him for 7, I mill him for 7, he's dead. So all I need to do now is to survive his attack this turn. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. I'll throw away the spear, I'd say. He could have Predatory Rampage, but even if it does, it doesn't help now. Oh, the Archdruid. Predatory Rampage does 14 damage and it's not enough. But he's already past his attack phase, so we have won the game. And Sands of Delirium once again just crushes people. We didn't see any relevant artifacts. He was playing white, black, green, so we don't need volcanic strength. His ground offensive wasn't very impressive. We don't need wall of fire. Furnace Whelp. I'm bringing in Furnace Whelp, taking out the wall. And now I'm probably gonna get squashed by green creatures on the ground. So this is death, isn't it? But there is the Rummaging Goblin. I do have 10 mountains, so I am gonna keep this. And he takes a double mulligan. But he might get off to a quick start and I might not find my mountain. And then the Sands of Delirium is gonna look pretty stupid. Pauper to the people on mtgeostrat.com. It's awesome. It's great news. Our site has come quite a long way since we started it in January. Well, there's the red mana. And it's now all about reaching the fire elemental, I guess. I will not play that red mana yet if he has Acidic Slime, but that will be next turn, and then we'll have to play it for the Rummaging Goblin. He is actually getting off to a pretty good start here, except that he has the ring and probably not 9 black creatures. You shouldn't play the ring if you don't have enough creatures, because you will end up like this. It will be a dead draw, and that will just suck so bad. Getting even more swarms into play now will be awesome. I am going to yield to the black ring. Though fearing a black creature, I might put Arm Stealer into play now. No, just get more land, right? So I would say it's the Shade. And I don't need to use the Rummaging Goblin for rummaging yet, as I have land drops. And this was actually, the Equal Land was so useful when I have the sands. But of course I'm not always gonna have the sands. I might want to find the second mountain though. And that puts an end to goblin attacks. So I'm actually gonna rummage. But what am I gonna rummage away? All of the cards are so good. We know we need Chandra's Fury. Can I rummage away the swamp? I think I could. And now I'm gonna play the Arm Stealer just to have him ready. And I'm gonna start the beat down here. It really sucks to have to throw away one of these really good cards. The black ring could be used for regenerating the Visionary, which he probably should have done here, because he could have blocked and regenerated it. And if he plays anything really huge, it is tempting to throw away Sands of Delirium here, but I'm actually not in any kind of danger. And he's attacking me. Why is that? So I think the play here is probably the Furnace Whelp if I don't draw land. Question is, do I rummage or not? Oh, the Blade Tusk Boar. I think I'll just swing here and go for the biggest possible damage. And him attacking with the Visionary there was not very good, because he had to keep... didn't want to trade the Arm Stealer or the Rummaging Goblin, so I would never attack with them if he didn't. And why is he not equipping the Visionary with the ring? He has 4 cards in his hand. What can they be? Did he mulligan twice just to... I am gonna block here and eat his trick. Probably quite unnecessary, but he could have just killed me next turn as well, and now I stopped the 1 damage. Flames of the Firebrand. Okay, I want to find the land now. So I'm throwing something away, and it's probably... Oh my god! It is Sands of Delirium. I will not be able to use it in this mana shortage time, so I throw it away to draw into land. And there we are. Do I now use Flames of the Firebrand? That's so excessive. But I do have Chandra's Fury as well, and I have to use the cards in my hand. So I'm burning him for 1. Select the second. I select the first target. Yeah, 2 targets. But okay. Yeah, I misclicked that. Good place to do it in the new play draft. But pretty stupid. Still can't play my Fire Elemental. But I can 1 for 1 a lot here, so... And I'm way ahead on cards. Maybe I should just hit him with all the shade mana. But I do want to better my board position. Does he have multiple verdicts? I'm not sure. Or maybe I should just swing for 6 and swing for 6 to try to put him out of his misery. The alternative is to swing for 4 and deploy Furnace Whelp, which is actually lethal next turn as well. So I'll do that instead. We run into fog. So we didn't do an 11-12. That's how I used to play limited. But you should have 15 creatures in limited, even in this format. Oh, it costs 2 red. God damn it. Okay, I might now start throwing burn to the face, but that's probably not a good idea. Or is it? Well, I can burn for 10 points with the cards I have in my hand. So I can Chandra's Fury next turn. I will cast burn to the face. No, I can burn for 14 even with Essence Drain. 13. So it is time for burn to the face. Burn to the face. There is a chance this is the final because the other guy didn't get to play, so he might be just leaving the tournament. Finally he equips the Visionary. It's a bad sign when you're at 11 lives and people start throwing Searing Spears in your head. And this is lethal. Because I can do 4 damage with the creatures. So I did beat them with Rummaging Goblin and oh no! Yeah, sitting there feeling good about myself, but that didn't work. So I guess we'll have to wait till next turn before we kill him. If we draw land, we could cast Essence Drain, Searing Spear, but we don't need to do that, we just need to attack and score 1 damage. And then it's over. Yeah, and that means it's over because Boundless Realms is a 7 mana card that does nothing. So you should never ever play it. And I wonder if you play this game out, he would probably win. Though I am not sure what I mean if I didn't attack here, but why wouldn't I? If he was at 20 now, he would probably win because he has just 16 business cards. But I find what I need, so I just burn him out. I don't even bother to attack. And to my great surprise, Shikomio is here and he's playing. But he didn't... I don't think he got a deck, so I think he's playing with all his cards. So it's not strange if he lost the first match. It's time for the final. And here's the deck. Do we feel confident that this can win? I think it absolutely can win a new play draft. We're low on creatures, but we're high on removal. Shikomio didn't pull out the miracle and he lost 2-0, so we are playing against Timathan. And what colors could he be? He's probably the other green drafted then, as somebody was taking a lot of green cards. And I would say he's probably green-blue. Timathan. He could be green-blue. And it begins. Timathan against Din Mamma. Timathan joined the game. And we are going to stand up for this, because we have a very expensive desk in this studio. Let's stand up. There's no semblance to a mana curve here, but there is an Arsonist, so the blue part is right. We took a Tolerance invocation from him, but we know he has one, and that might be our undoing. And this is definitely not the greatest hand. We will be having tempo problems. But he doesn't play anything on turn 2. So that's pretty good. And now we get some removal to protect us. And we can start beating down with the Arsonist. And against blue-white, the Arms Dealer combo with the Arsonist could be pretty good. Scroll Thief, Flyer, Arctic Haven means insta-kill. And so dangerous. Now I would love to pick up another removal. Bloodhunter Bat is okay because he can hold the air. But not doing anything for the whole third turn is not good. Okay, now we need to fear Essence Scatter. And I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't play anything. Because he missed his land drop. But on the other hand, he could just have nothing. But it'll be much better to play a Blade Tusk Boar when he taps out. If I had a better clock on him, I would do it. But now I'm gonna play a Blade Tusk Boar. Because I think the Bloodhunter Bat is better. Because he blocks flyers. But he didn't have it, so if I had been sitting there doing nothing, I would have looked pretty stupid. And here is his fourth land. And something nasty comes my way. Yeah, Talrand's Invocation. Don't you just hate it? But I can still attack and cast the Bloodhunter Bat. Wait a minute, I can actually cleanse. If he blocks the Arsonist, I could hit the other Drake and then blow them all out with Chandra's Fury. But of course he doesn't block. We have... Yeah, I think we need to play the Blade Tusk Boar here because we are not on the defensive anymore. And having 6 unblockable damage each turn is pretty good. So he has Talrand's Invocation and Arctic Aven. That's pretty good. He now needs to deal with the Blade Tusk Boars. And just a Pescan summon will set me back quite some time. So can he steal the tempo from me? Something is coming. It's an Archaeomancer for the invocation, but it's too slow. It's much too slow. I can now actually do the Arsonist trick again, which I will. He's representing on someone here. I hope he doesn't have it. So the Arsonist die, and he deals 1 damage to the Drake. Yes. And that's a pretty nice one. So he's at 3. He needs to stop both the Blade Tusk Boars. But I think his missing land drop 4 there was very critical in this game. And I don't see a way out of this. Planar Cleansing would hurt. Archaeomancer Talrand's, that's pretty good. But apparently this is much better. Okay, we don't want the wall. we do want a furnace whelp then. We don't want the smelts. What do we have? Smelts, rain of blades, volcanic strength, wall of pacifist furnace. No, it's just like this. Let's go again. So let's see what we can do here. We have 2 mana. This is not fun at all. The shade will be very hard to cast. The blade taskbar will hold. We have the first spear. It's really a bad hand. And it's on the border. I could see sending that back, especially in this new play draft, where I might get a little more time to recoup. But I should be able to draw 1 more land, and in that case I have Flames of the Firebrand, I have Arms Dealer. I could, but I'm just hurting for if he hits me with Talrans and then gets it back and I miss land drops, I'm gonna be in a world of hurt. Okay, 1 more mana, I can start the Blade Tusk Boar race again. But Blade Tusk Boar is not Talran's invocation. And even if he misses the land drop here, I don't know what he's doing, but if he misses his land drop, I'm not safe at all. But if I hit my 4th land drop without him hitting his 3rd, then I feel pretty confident, unless he counters the Blade Tusk Boar. And he does miss his land drop. I think. Some sympathy for me there. Now I'm playing Arms Dealer. I'm getting another really expensive card, so I will also miss land drops. I think he's probably wrong to counter this. Arms Dealer does not finish the game, but Blade Tusk Boar will. And he still doesn't hit his land drop. Let's see if I can make it. Hits the land drop! Damn! My god. Scroll Thief wouldn't be fun. Water Courser is okay. I really need to hit. And it's Scroll Thief and he earns immediate death sentence. Still hoping to hit the land drop. And I do. I still need to kill him. He's just too much pain. But if he now hits the land drop again and plays Talran's Invocation, I am far behind. He's really sorry about his Scroll Thief, so he'll have to think about this. And he has lost connection to the game. When somebody loses connection to the game, you should always check if it's you that has really lost connection to the game. So what I do, they don't recommend this, but I have not seen it not working. It has always worked for me. I start looking at a Pauper game, because I love Pauper. And if I can see what they're doing in this game, I'm obviously connected. But he's back. So, what's this? It's Trinket. Oh, Trinket, nice, playing against Cloudpost. I am about to write an article about that. Okay, so I killed that guy and it's his turn. And I am about to play Blade Tusk Boar if he plays something less threatening than Scroll Thief. That's not less threatening, though he doesn't have the white mana. So I guess I have to let it live for a while. And it's time to start beating down. And I will probably kill it next turn, but I need to get the tempo going. And there's his white man, of course, right on cue. That made it harder to kill. And Talon's invocation now, of course, will be disastrous. And if he doesn't tap one white mana to give him lifelink now, but it gives him lifelink, so he doesn't have tolerance in his hand. And somehow that lifelink isn't as threatening. Do I want the Bloodhunter Bat or do I want to waste the Flames of the Firebrand? I think it is Bloodhunter Bat. The other alternative would be the Shade to get to another swamp to be able to cast Public Execution. But this should be as efficient. Immune to blue removal, almost. Crust, that works. Sadly, we have no way of interacting with Encrust. I'll sign in blood here happily. Drawing more cards seems very essential here. Hopefully one of them is a land and I can play the Shade. So it is. Except that I don't have 2 black. So this means this is probably the time the Arctic Haven dies. And I start to beat down. Being at Public Execution mana is a happy thing. For some reason I think that Liliana's Shade costs 1 black and 3 colorless, and I often do that mistake, and I just seem to be not to be able to learn. So in this world of mana problems I have come out on top. And public execution is a pretty good safety thing, but he has Sarah Angel, and that means premature public execution. Can I wait here and risk that the public execution is countered or something? No, I think I just have to kill it. Must be careful about getting a swamp here. I should probably just get a mountain so I don't run out of swamps. I did have 6. Okay, I could get a swamp. Of course, more useful to get a swamp for the shade. Time is now a factor as well, as he's playing very, very slow. And he needs to win 2 games. He looks to be a decent deck builder, so I assume he's a paper player that has Magic experience, that has come online recently. Battleflight Eagle isn't very dangerous. Just so bad compared to Sarah. But he might put a stop to my attack. And I don't want to trade the Bloodhunter Bat with him if I can avoid it. Okay, I only need to do 12 points and I have 4 points in hand. So I guess I'll just have to attack with the Arsonist then. Do 1. And there is... Now we shall see if I really have 5 swamps. Or 6. But I think it's 6. We got 1 more swamp. And here we go. So that guy should be able to hit for quite some damage. Namely 7. Which is exactly what we need to just cast Chandler's Fury and kill him. But a lot of tricks will stop it, like unsummon. But Talon's Invocation will not stop it. Okay. Oh, its activated abilities can't be activated, so it's a 1/1. And Kite Sail. But that means that I can now attack with everybody. Yeah. I can now attack with everybody. No, I'm not going to do that. I will attack with the Arsonist and the Shade. And if he blocks, I'm casting... Oh! Now I have 7 damage in hand. But I think I'm better off essence draining him and then just hitting with everybody. So 7. You just need 1 Searing Spear to finish this. The chance that he has a relevant blocker now is pretty big. But in the best of world, he will play a lot of 1 toughness creatures, like a whole pile of them. I don't know where they would come from, but I would be happy. He has been mana short, so he should have all business in his hand. Archaeomancer for that kills him, right? Archaeomancer for Essence Scatter, yes, he's dead. Cause I will get past with the Bloodhunter Bat, I will get past with 1 damage from the Arsonist, and I can just Chandra's Fury him to death. Could he have gotten something else? No, and this is why Archaeomancer is not a very good card. People overestimate it a lot in this format. Okay. So you really wanted that. Do you have a negate? Maybe you do. But you didn't. And I get another Forbidden Alchemy. So, is there something we want to look at about this deck? That is, do I want to evaluate this deck? And I think a good practice is to look through the deck, look at its weaknesses, it's good, and then also check my notes about the cards in the format. I didn't get to play Wild Guess. That's sad, because Wild Guess is a card I like that most people hate, and that often don't make decks. Duty Bound Dead. He is a 4th to 6 pick, if I remember correctly. Yes, he is actually super good. He enables, we didn't see him too much here, but he enables a lot of things. And he curves so good. He's a useful 1-drop, and that's always good. Goblin Arsonist. Probably somewhat less. Oh, how did that go? It's often useful and always surprises positively. Look for Arms Dealer. Krenko. I would say that he is a 6th to 8th pick. Yeah, he is never as useful as you think he will, as useless as you think he will be. And with Arms Dealer he's just broken, because you can get rid of 2 creatures for 1 Arsonist and still have the Arms Dealer, so you can get rid of 3 creatures. Signing Blood is a 5th to 7th pick. We have discussed that before. What about Wild Guess? I will play this sometimes. Most people won't. I think it's a 7th to 9th pick. What are people saying here? Assuming LSV is saying, assuming that double red is the usual, I don't see why you wouldn't always run this. It smooths things out late game, digs for your bombs, and lets you justify horrible keeps. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Worse than Divination, absolutely. Searing Spear is just the first pick, it's just amazing. Mog Flankies. They are so complicated. He is often useless, he's often a win more card. super good with Arms Dealer. So what do people say here? LSV says creature-like decks are clearly gambling by playing this, but any deck with 16 plus guys. Yeah, that's... Look for 16 plus guys, just like LSV said. And we didn't have that, but we had the Arms Dealer, so I think I was right in playing the Flunkies. Sands of Delirium is just a sick bomb. Flames of the Firebrand is also just a sick bomb. Arms Dealer is super good. Ramaging Goblin. Yeah, people won't play me constructed. I need to have that in my document. It's a 3rd to 5th pick. So much worse than Murfolk Looter, but still good. Somebody said that he was overrated, but I don't think he is. I think he's really good. And he will make for a fantastic late game. Yeah, also combos with Arms Dealer pretty well. Wall of Fire. You didn't expect me to play Wall of Fire, did you? I would say this is an 8th to 10th pick. We'll main deck it some of the time. Volcanic Strength. It's a killer sideboard card. That means it's a 9th to 11th pick. Like any really useful sideboard card. Except sideboard cards that are super useful, like Plummet, that are rated higher. Blade Tusk Boar, just a monster, just a monster. But not as big a monster as Talron's Invocation. 35th pick for Blade Tusk Boar, whereas Talron's Invocation is the first pick. There are no questions here, it's just super good. But is it as good as Bloodhunter Bat? I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's Bloodhunter Bat is also 3rd to 5th pick. And those 2 lives, they will matter many a time. Bloodhunter Bat, yeah. 3rd to 5th pick. Rated 3.5 from LSA. Essence Drain, I just downgraded Essence Drain to 4th to 6th pick. So I'd rather have the Bat, because 5 drops are... It's very easy to get too many 5 drops. So I downgraded it recently. Yesterday I downgraded it, really. Public Execution is the first pick. Volcanic Gazer is the 2nd to 4th pick. It's not automatically the first pick. The double red will matter. And I didn't play Blood Reckoning because it sucks. And that's it. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I am Dan and I've been playing a new play draft.